for real this time. SGDQ Pog. Alright, let's try this again, chat. Third time's the charm, right? Alright, so hello, SGDQ reviewers. Welcome to Skyward Sword Randomizer, the relatively new randomizer for The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. One of the last 3D Zeldas, actually, to get a randomizer, as a matter of fact. This randomizer's only been around for, like, 6 months-ish? Okay, we start off with the slingshot. That's interesting. Earth Temple and Layer Mining Facility are required dungeons. So, to complete a seed of Skyward Sword Randomizer, you need to complete some number of required dungeons, which you specify when making the seed, and then obtain the Harp and the Master Sword as well, in order to raise the Gate of Time, and then go through the endgame gauntlet of the, in these settings specifically, it is the Horde, Girahim 3, and the Demise fight. Most of our locations are on for this seed. In this seed, we have banned the Goddess Cubes from having progression items, as well as medium and expensive purchases in Beetle's shop. And we'll get to what that means as we go along here. We also get to start with one pillar in these settings, so I will be looking around for what pillar we have started with eventually. It doesn't really affect your early game routing. Alright, it's the Linear pillar. So you can just kind of spot it as you're running around Skyloft 1 here. We also start with the Goddess Sword and the Adventure Pouch in these settings. Overall, they just make the seeds a lot smoother. Slingshot early is interesting, especially because we didn't start with Farron. So I'll just be running around Skylab here for a little while. Oh boy, a Rupor! There are a total of 15 placeable Rupors in these settings. And Rupors can be an incentive, of course. That is our first of potentially up to 15 Rupors. When you get a Rupor, they take away 10 rupees, which is fun for shops. I was mugged. So you guys will have noticed that I talked to Beatrice, the item check girl, in the bazaar there. That is because Beatrice actually gives you an item in Randomizer. She also gives you gratitude crystals in vanilla, which is why there's a randomized item on there. 300 rupees. That's excellent. I am immediately going to make a detour to Beetle's airship here. Since we have a projectile and 300 rupees, we can go check out what Beetle's gonna scam us on today. So only the first couple items that Beetle has for sale will be progression items in this seed, because I have turned off the more expensive purchases. I slept in Rena's house, so I don't need to worry about sleeping here. Alright, so we have a red rupee for 50 rupees. We will not need to buy that because the item behind it can't be progression because it's too expensive. 5 gratitude crystals, I will buy. Yeah, it's slightly suboptimal, I think. That is a red rupee for only 800 rupees. We don't have to buy that. This is a piece of heart for 300 rupees, so it doesn't really matter. Or for, yeah, for 300 rupees, but the item behind it can't be anything of value. Give me $50 and get 10 in return. Or 20 in return. A net profit, if you will. So yeah, so that's a little bit of rando-itis right there. You know, zoning in on the item that you just got and forgetting to progress your other quests. What I should have done was progressed Beatrice there before that. So that I could sleep in Beetle's shop and get effectively get a free sleep and looking at the next item. We will have to buy the next item in the 100 rupee chain, regardless of what it is, because there is still one item locked behind it. Nice camera. That is a piece of heart. Nice bonk. Alright, so Beetle's 50 rupee item and 300 rupee item were worthless. We've bought the first two. We have crystals. That is just a very cheap life metal, so we will not be buying that. And just like that, we have cleared Beetle out. No, the items in the shop that are junk are just regular non-progression pool items. Okay, so next, whoops, if I could slash. Nice. I will be heading into the waterfall cave here to get these two chests. Oh, we get a heart medal. That's very nice. Heart medal makes the end of the game much easier because we are playing on hero mode. That is an option in the randomizer. However, the randomizer does always let you skip cutscenes, no matter which mode you would like to play in. But so we will take double damage, and we will be getting a monster horn there. Now, normally I would pick up rupees here, but because we know that we need nothing else for Beetle, we do not need to. Yes, the very useful monster horn indeed. Next, I'm gonna do a little, like basically a micro optimization where I shift slightly to the left there on the loading zone in order to load closer to the goddess statue, so I can basically just immediately, do that. Midnight Merchant, I don't actually know if Midnight Merchant is accessible in Rando. I don't think it is. Finally, we will enter the goddess statue and pick up this chest. Here's a potion medal. And then we get this chest here. This chest is not in this specific location in vanilla, but we move it because otherwise it would just get deleted when Skyward comes crashing down. Alright, so I'm gonna buy a shield here for safety. When the statue of the goddess comes crashing down at the end, I did not mean to talk to Beatrice. I mean, I don't actually need the potion medal, and I can rearrange my pouch, so this is fine, actually. Alright, so we are starting to run out of early checks here. We only have 5 accessible checks at the moment. One of which, unfortunately, is Beatrice. But we have some other stuff that we have to do before we're forced to do that. We'll be able to get some loose crystals and open up a couple extra checks as well. But first we're going to go talk to Oriel on this island here. Who has managed to crash land her injured bird on this lonely island here. And she tells us to go to her brother and pick up some mushroom spores. Well, bird medicine, which we, as people who have played this game before, know are mushroom spores. And unfortunately for Oriel and her brother will not be giving us mushroom spores. We will have to find a bottle and pick up some mushroom spores for ourselves. Which means we may never actually rescue her bird, unfortunately. You'll notice there that I just talked to Dodo, who actually is part of a scrapper quest, as we call them, in the vanilla game, where you have to descend to the surface and pick up an item with the scrap shop robot Scrapper. And in order to trigger the quest and have the items be able to be picked up on the surface, you actually have to talk to the people who start the quest, just like it is in the normal game. So there's an item up here. It is an Earth Temple key piece. I will not be picking that up because while it is required for this seed, I can completely skip that requirement. Through a trick called reverse bit magic, which I will talk about when I need to actually do the trick. So I'm just gonna pick up a couple of loose crystals here here at the Lumpy Pumpkin out in the sky. These loose crystals will let us get to 10 crystals pretty easily on Skyloft, which means that we'll be able to get an extra reward from Betro. Plus, I wanted to sleep anyway because it advances Beatrice and it's just convenient. On my way out, I am actually going to talk to this customer because it sets a flag that will let me potentially do a trick later. I need to save. I am setting up for a trick called the Skyloft Trial Reverse Bit Warp, where basically I can enter the Skyloft Trial in an unintended way, skipping the harp requirement for it. I will not do so unless I receive a hinted trial for it. Also of note, I have Ferrari's Courage and never marked it on my tracker. And it was hinted as not required. In this version of the randomizer... Whoops, I forgot to hit the copy button. There are hints attached to the harp, or the items that you pick up for the songs, which tell you whether or not they contain any progression item. However, progression items can include things that might be unrequired, like a fetch quest item that leads to a dead end, or an unrequired song, for an unrequired trial. What else can it contain? Unrequired, like, actual progression items, just because they don't block anything. Your 2nd through 5th bottles, unrequired gratitude crystals. We will only need a maximum of 50 gratitude crystals this seed because that is where I have restricted Betrow to. Well, yes, they can have swords, but I'm just talking about the bad items that they can have right now. As for what good items they can have swords. They can have, you know, not the harp, because you need the harp to open the trials, logically, but, you know, glitches can skip that. I want to sleep over here. That's some old muscle memory for an old route that I used to do, kicking in. So now, normally, to rescue Oreo, you would talk to her brother in the Skyloft Plaza during the day, because that's where he is, and that's where you get the little cutscene of him being worried about her. But he's also here in his house at night, and so we can skip a little cutscene just by talking to him here. Granted, we do still have to avoid the Skyloft, like, main plaza later, but... He gives us a small seed satchel. I mean, it's not awful. Could have been worse. However, slowly we are making our way closer and closer to a required Beatrice seed. Oh dang, I missed it. You can do a front hop there to skip that little cutscene. However, Rando has removed the little cutscene at the end of that, like that normally opens the inventory screen, so skipping the cutscene doesn't actually save much time. There is another way that you can skip cutscenes where, in areas where you can't front hop like that. By calling Phi, like, effectively frame perfectly. We say it's frame perfect, we don't actually know if it is. I just jumped off the island. That was not intentional. Quick, let me just trick everyone into thinking it was intentional. It's an RNG manipulation, so the next item I get is good. A warp. Hello, Link, please. So now I'm going to be going and talking to the Demon Man Betrow, who has a lot of items for us. He has one item that we get at 5 crystals, one item we get at 10 crystals, 2 items at 30, 1 at 40, and 1 at 50 for us. That can be progression. He also has 1 at 2 at 70 and 1 at 80, which is the maximum, but we do not need to go that far. Beetle, interesting. And a piece of the Song of the Hero. Just like in Vanilla, the Song of the Hero is broken into 3 parts. Alright, I was updating my tracker. So, that was not completely useless. It did give us a progress item. Yeah, that gives me the beetle check. And actually makes it easier to do Beatrice. So. So I do kind of have a decision to make here in which way I want to go now. I can either come over here, pick up 1 loose crystal, which doesn't actually do us anything, and start a fetch quest. And then sleep today. Or I can go and talk to Beatrice's father, which I believe, if my Beatrice math is correct, is not relevant right now. So I'm going to do this. We do have to talk to Beatrice's father twice at night. But both of them can be after the 6th conversation, which is the turning point in the Beatrice conversation. Or the Beatrice quest. I hit the wrong text option. I always hit the wrong text option on this guy. This is the text option I wanted to select. no on. Beatrice is kind of the black sheep of the Sphere Zero checks, so to speak. She's the place that you never want early progression on, but you don't care if you have a later progression on her. Because it's just really annoying to route it in early. Luckily for us, this seed, so far, it hasn't been that bad. So this is the fourth? No, this is the third Pietro's Cup. Is that 5, actually? That's 5, I think. I know my Pietro's conversations. I play this game a lot. I also run Hundo, and I used to run it on English, so I should know them from that. Yeah, no, there are a lot of checks in this game that let you sleep pretty naturally for Beatrice. This check is one of them. Another one is the baby rattle, because you have to turn that in at night on Skyloft. Anything that puts you in a house or in the academy is pretty much a pretty natural sleep. If you get the harp, you can get the check that is normally Colin's letter, which requires a sleep. The claw shots. That's very nice. Thank you, Beetle. Thank you indeed. And just like that, the world is our oyster. Claw shots are, like, the best item in this randomizer. Like, hands down. Especially with an early Lineru pillar. I am going to wrap up with Beatrice here, I think, though. So this is what we call the darling text, because she calls us darling. It will be displayed in nice red text. Right there. And that is the signal that it is time to basically finish this quest. I will be doing a little bit of additional cleanup on Skyloft while I am here. However, in order to better facilitate this, I do have to double sleep here. I have to sleep tonight and then sleep again to get 2 conversations out of the way. Because thankfully you can delay the process of introducing yourself to Peter, her father, until after she calls you darling. Which for a long time I thought you couldn't do. And then I found out by accident that you could. And now I sometimes do it. Because there's some more optimal movements that you can do. Ow. So I'm at night again, so I'm actually going to make a pretty significant effort to get up to 15 gratitude crystals, but I don't think I will. I do not think I will end up actually doing it. I think in order to do that effectively, I need Beetle. But I will be using our newly found claw shots here to claw shot up to the roof of the academy, because this is just slightly faster, and then we're going to invade Zelda's room. How nice of her to leave money in the crawl space for us. But we are going to pick up this gratitude crystal. And then check her closet. It has more gratitude crystals. She's so grateful that we came. Thank you, Zelda. That's not who I wanted to talk to. I wanted to go into my room. So basically, the point of this was to pick up some extra loose crystals so that I was at a nice round number, even though I'm not actually at the round number, but... Yeah, I could go for the top of Waterfall, but I don't have Gust Bellows, so I don't particularly want to yet. The difference between 19 and 20 is not significant. And hopefully by the time we get 2 more 5-packs, we will have Gust Bellows, so I can justify going there. Or Beetle to do one faster. And there is one other one I can do regardless. That's not too terrible. And now she tells us that she wants us to come to her house at night. Come on, camera, please. There we go. So we've knocked out Beatrice in the first half hour, and, like, it really wasn't forced at all. It was pretty natural, honestly. We kind of have 2 camps in the community when it comes to early game routing. We have the Bazaar Gang and the Statue Gang, and I think that this is one of the huge advantages of Bazaar Gang. Basically, the difference between the two is Bazaar Gang goes to Bazaar first, and Statue Gang goes to the Goddess Statue first after getting the first 3 checks. And Bazaar Gang usually gets a Beatrice advantage here. I have just accepted Beatrice's love, however, you can also reject her. The actual sword on Beatrice! In the rando community, we call that the Beatrice sword. So called for a runner who misread the word practice sword as Beatrice and was very, very confused. Thank you, Beatrice. That's not the way I want to go. She really does love us. So, much like other randomizers that you guys may have watched in the past, Skyward Randomizer does have progressive items, and we actually just saw our first case of one. That is the, a progressive sword upgrade. Basically, there are 6 versions of this sword, of your sword in this game. There's the practice sword, the goddess sword, the goddess long sword, the goddess white sword, the master sword, and the true master sword. We start with the goddess sword, so we start with 2 progressive swords, effectively. We just got our first one, bringing us up to 3 total. We do need 5 to finish the seed. And we can find the 6th, potentially. Alright, now how many of you casual players actually knew that this next chest existed? I kinda didn't. I learned a great deal about this game when I picked up Randomizer. But today it's just a heart piece. We've had some really, really wild items in that chest before. We've seen scale, sword, beetle, bombs. If you can imagine it, we've probably seen it in that chest. Because for some reason that chest is stacked on occasion, or frequently. Alright, so next comes another very interesting question. Do I go to Sandship or... Sandship? Do I go to Sand Sea? I can't go to Sandship, and I don't want to go to Sandship because it won't have any progression items. Do I go to Sand Sea or do I go to Lanayru proper? I mean, the randomizer might tell me which to do right now. If I get Whip in here, then I want to go to Sand Sea. If I get Bombs, I want to go to Lanayru. That is neither of those things, but thank you anyway, Golo. That means that this chest is a small key. I am going to go to Lanayru here. Lanayru is pretty locked by bombs, but there's a lot of little things that I can do that'll take me in a pretty natural loop around Lanayru so that I can just come back here if I do not get the item I'm looking for, or an item I'm looking for. Of course, we do need to check our overworld bird statues here, the little orange glowing statues. Money! That's not actually particularly useful. I just did a trick known as a brake slide right there, where if you go from holding, like, forward and sprinting to holding ever so slightly backwards, also known as ESS position. Thank you, Ocarina of Time. And while Z targeting, you will do a slide forward. We get that frame perfect input via home buffering, but you can also buffer it via a roll if you're good. I very likely will not do any of them, not because I can't, but because there's no reason to. So that is the spiral charge. We have upgraded our bird. Take that, Sand Sea people. In Rando, the Sand Sea is a pretty decisive or divisive factor. A lot of people really don't like Sand Sea in Rando. I'm not a fan of it. It's just slow, but I will go do it if I ever feel like I need to. Today was not one of those days, though. Great. Okay. Good talk, Ambulance. Glad we could have it. That was very fun. I hope we can do it again sometime. Nice bonk. I thought I could make that roll. Alright, so we do have 29 crystals now. The bow! Okay! So the bow does only open one check for us. It opens a mini-game on Skyloft. A very divisive mini-game as well. Pumpkin archery. Get out of here. I did not check this statue over there by my mistake. That is a bit of an error on my part. Also, I ran out of stamina, so yes, that is also a mistake. Not checking the statue is not a huge deal because we do want to come down next time we come into Lanayru, either here, either where we just left, or in West Desert if we're going to Sand Sea. So let's show off the new trick our bird has learned. We now are an aggressive red bird that can break things. However, we're not actually gonna. There are 2 spiral charge rocks that can be broken. 2 rocks can be broken with spiral charge, but we're not gonna break them. We're just gonna clip through them. Good job, game. The baby rattle. So that is the baby rattle that I was talking about earlier, where you have to sleep tonight on Skyloft to return it. Unfortunately, we don't have anything else to do on Night Skyloft except maybe get a crystal, so... I'm gonna pick up both of these. Spiral Charge Rocks. So basically with the clipping, we think it's because the game just deactivates the collision. Whoops, I did not get a Spiral Charge off there. When you do the Spiral Charge, so that your bird can cleanly go through the rock. But if you dive, like, during the Spiral Charge animation, it doesn't actually, like, reactivate the collision, which is why we can just, you know, walk right through it. Or land right through it, I guess. Nice. That's not how that works. I'm so used to bonking on little things and just front-hopping over them. That was just muscle memory right there. Where else do I have locations available? Oh, I didn't check anything off in the name. Oh, if anyone has actually been paying attention to the flying segments, you'll notice that we are flying a lot faster. The randomizer does speed up your loft wing in the form of in the form of greatly increasing the maximum speed that your loft wing can travel at. I believe the max speed is up from like 80 to 300 and like I think it was 80 in the vanilla game and it's 350. Alright, so I'm gonna do these 2 checks on Skyloft real fast. Actually, I'm not gonna do pumpkin archery quite yet. I'm going to turn in the baby's rattle to get what would normally be some gratitude crystals. Pick up a loose crystal, I guess on the light tower. There's not really a good crystal to pick up unless it's his beetle. We do have to talk to him twice here because the game is weird. Okay, well, that's Sansi. Well, specifically Skipper's Retreat. Well, I mean, even if Betroth gives... Oh, Betroth gives Beetle. I thought you said Betroth gives crystals. I didn't intend to sleep today. This is fine. This is slightly suboptimal, but it doesn't really matter in the long run. Let's go play a minigame. Alright, so, this is the pumpkin archery minigame. This is the bane of this can be the bane of Hundo Runner's existence because, we get to this, very late in the in Hundo runs, like, in the last, like, hour tops if you're a good runner. And if you screwed up, it can kill your run. But, we know a little bit of cheese. So sit back and enjoy the cheese as I fail it. But basically, you can just sit and aim at this and fire when Fudge shoots if he doesn't gibate me. I promise I play this game. This is salvageable. Especially if I get a golden pumpkin. We need to get at least 600 points to win. And it is 90 seconds if I don't get it this time. Like 90 seconds wasted. Come on, Fledge. Give me a double. That's not a double, Fledge. That's still not a double, Fledge. Okay, and that is the minigame done. Clean-ish. Alright, so that was potentially required. Because that gave us the good old Ballad of the Goddess. Alright, so let's pick up one loose crystal, go to Petro, and then go to the Thunderhead. So we're gonna pick up the crystal on the light tower, which unfortunately is kind of slow, but... It is the fastest gratitude crystal we have access to at the moment. So depending on what Petro gives us, will direct us next. Another sword upgrade from Petro would be really nice, because then we could full clear the Thunderhead. Actually, we can't, because we don't have the bug net. Yes, the bug net is a potentially required item in this game, and it is randomized. The bug net allows you to do a mini-game in the Thunderhead called Bug Heaven. Or Bug Island minigame. I don't know what the actual minigame is called. We just call it the Bug Island minigame. I think it's called Bug Heaven. Speaking of bugs, we get the bug medal. That's very nice of you, Petro. Thank you. However, because the bug net is randomized, we do need to find the bug net in order to do that minigame. I personally am somewhat known in the community for willing items into existence on checks, especially when I commentate races. So yeah, that was me willing the bug medal into existence. Unfortunately, my psychic powers were not strong enough to will the entire bug net into existence. Only the bug medal, but close enough, right? Alright, someone in my chat has just predicted Bugnet in the right chest in the Lineru Fire Node. That's an insanely specific prediction. If you're right, I'll gift a sub. I want to go this way. Whoops. I thought I could make that. We'll deal with the sub thing after the stream. Of course. Alright, oh, I need to not go directly to the Thunderhead. Because we need to make a quick pit stop at the Lumpy Pumpkin. Because we need to pick up some pumpkin soup. It's really odd. I thought about picking up the soup when I was here earlier. But I was like, meh. I don't need it. Oh, that's the wrong thing. The randomizer has a new set of text here. That I'm not used to, so I picked the wrong text option. Basically, that's to give you agency over whether or not you want to do the soup conversation, and if you want to get the soup or not. Which is pretty nice, but it's annoying for muscle memory because it changes what I know from the vanilla game, but whatever. Alright, so now we have the soup. And soon we'll get to see some pretty funny stuff. We are moving so fast that Scrapper is upside down. And somehow not spilling any of the soup. And I have been bodied by a tornado. Good job. Tornadoes in Rando are really, really annoying. Because, well, they spawn us fixed distance from Link, which works for when your speed is normal. But when your speed is very, very high, it doesn't really work well. Alright, so I will not be fighting Levias right away here. I will be fighting him before I leave the Thunderhead, however. I am going to pick up a chest real fast. A couple of chests before that, though. Yeah, I missed this guy down. No big deal. We're gonna do some backup parkour. Ah, the digging mitts. Very nice. If only we had access to Elden. Unfortunately for me, this will orphan one check in the Thunderhead, which is annoying, but... Oh yeah! Right after missing the dive. Normally you should use the digging mitts to do that. But because A, that jump exists, and B, you can dive to it, it's, we don't consider that a logical requirement for that chest. Also, I apologize for the audio clipping. That is my converter. And, my converter from Wii component to HDMI for my capture card. It's not orphaned? How is it not orphaned? It's the last remaining check, the Din's Power check. Oh, true. Right, minigames. I forgot about minigames. So it's actually not orphaned. Chat has corrected me. Heart container. Unfortunately, we don't get the heart container jingle unless it's on an actual heart container. Or it is in... one very specific check. That is the Goddess Harp. That is very, very good. It looks like this might be a very nice seed today. Skyward Sword Randomizer is known to have some absurdly cruel seeds. Just because of how much the randomizer can force you to orphan checks. Alright, now where's Levias? Ah, there he is. We're gonna skip the first phase of Levias. I almost missed that. Okay, where's your blowhole? There's the blowhole. Okay. However, I am going to... If you get that bugnet prediction correct, I will, like, be astonished. I'm going to leave and re-enter the fight trigger here to trigger this cutscene. Just so we can get some real banging music that we don't get to hear anywhere else at Skyward Sword, except for the no-bit category in vanilla. Actually, no, we don't even hear it in no-bit. What am I saying? We don't hear it in any vanilla category, so we might as well get it in rando. Bilosite music percent. When is Cat Jam percent? Listen to all of the good music. I did that wrong. We're gonna get an extra phase now. We're gonna get an extra cycle now. Jump slashing does not work against Bilosite. Whoops. Also, yeah, fun fact, Bilosite will, like, respawn her, wings? Really? Oh, we're on this base. Cool. Thank you. Thank you, Levias. Nice. My tracker says I can do Bug Island. I don't have BugNet though. Hang on. I hear to say that's a bug in the tracker. As I am a tracker dev, and if that is a bug in the tracker, I do need to deal with that eventually. Granted, I am on a very buggy version of the tracker at the moment, but that's besides the point. Oh, right. I should probably make it so my tracker is still on stream and not me browsing GitHub. Yeah, I don't know what the deal with that is. I just got mugged by Levias. Oh, okay, that's a logical bug. That could be a problem. This seed could be soft locked. Every shop sanity seed could have been soft locked. That's very nice. Bugnet is not correct in logic. It is not considered an item. But Bugnet assumes itself to be vanilla in logic right now. Could be a problem because we are down to only a handful of checks. Anyway, segue aside, brilliant segue time, this randomizer is new and somewhat can be buggy sometimes. However, the devs, myself included, are working, you know, somewhat tirelessly to, you know, bug-freeify it. Although I should phrase that as I don't know that this bug will actually be a bug in logic, so much as it's a tracker bug. It is absolutely a tracker bug, but it's a tracker bug that is from a logic bug that may or may not impact the seed. So. Hello, Link. Please interact with the statue. Cancel. Can't wait for Gus Bellows to be in the skydive chest. So we can get all but one check here. Actually, we can get all but one check in Skippers. We also can't get a check in the shipyard. I just dropped my sensor bar. I need to pick that up. It's currently blocking my screen. But I will pick that up when I enter this loading zone. There is one check in this area that requires the Gus Bellows. However, it can be in the check that comes after it, and it is really annoying to get back if that is the case. Unless you're a big brain person and set up a death warp, but... You know what? I will set up the death warp even though it's a little bit slow, simply because, you know... marathon luck, it will happen. Hello? Also, that is a logical trick. There are a lot of advanced tricks in Skyward Sword Randomizer logic, but we are currently working through ways of dealing with that. Nice. Oh, he's getting very uncomfortably close to me. Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty nice. Oh, hello! Wasn't the race one inside of the shack? Or are you talking about a different race? So Skipper's Retreat here is a very cycle-based, Also, I kind of just breezed past it. That's our second sword. That's pretty nice. This is a sketchy skip. No toes for dinner. That Deku Baba is not nibbling on my toes today. Also, I bet no one knew that there was a chest here casually. I sure didn't. Well, that's the beetle. That's very nice. That now means we have access to all of the loose gratitude crystals, which means 40 crystals is in logic. Also, I might make this P-hat cycle. Nah, I just barely missed that P-hat cycle. So yes, like I was saying, Skipper's Retreat is very cycle-based. You're trying to make this cycle here, and I missed it, unfortunately. It was just a little slow. So I'm gonna enter this door, and then immediately turn around and leave. Thank you, Skipper. Goodbye, Skipper. Even though he's not in here. Thank you, goodbye. That is because there is a chest in here that requires the gust bellows to get. And I don't want to have to climb all of Skipper's Retreat again if it is not... if this chest is the gust bellows. Instead, if this is gust bellows, I can just death warp back. It does not happen to be gust bellows, so I wasted a couple seconds, but, you know. Also, NA aim. I... did not intend to go that way, but that works, I guess. Also, you'll notice that we don't get, like, our upgraded sword model immediately after we get the sword. That is because that is to avoid a crash in the Girahim 1 boss arena. And also to prevent, like, other crashes on console, as far as I'm aware. That arise from getting sword upgrades, but... yeah, this game was not equipped for a lot of the changes that Randomizer had to make. Especially things like getting items out that you normally get out in cutscenes outside of a cutscene. Like sword upgrades, for example. Yeah, because Girahim 1 can take your sword, like, I think it's if you get a sword upgrade on the Girahim heart container, like, it can crash. When you try to leave the room or something like that. No, I think specifically getting a sword on there was a crash. Oh, that's right. I forgot you always have that crash. I mean, you were one of the early pioneers of console play, so... with me recently adopting it, basically for this run. I just remember emulator because it's easier to set up, plus custom textures are way easier. Although if I can get my textures set up on console, I will probably just run on console from here on out. Dolphin works really well for me, fortunately. We're just gonna squeeze right past that, Beamos, that's the enemy name. Well, hard can, that's very nice, so I'm at, like, 1 death. Goddamn. Link, there we go. Ah, there's the ruby tablet. Also, these Deku Babas are our friends. Same with this one. Oh, wait, I can do a little better than that. I pulled the block one too many times, of course. Counting is hard. Trust me. Alright, we got the ruby tablet there, which is very nice. And then we're just gonna death warp away. Alright, so that is the end of Sansi for us so far today. Sansi was pretty stacked. That's the word I was looking for. And we are headed to Eldin. I don't actually need to check that statue because the randomizer checks it for you, but that's just muscle memory from 100%. And from the days in the randomizer when it didn't check it. Because, you know, believe it or not, the randomizer has changed over time. Wow, who would have thunk? Well, that didn't go as far as I had hoped it would. I also wanted to roll that bomb, not throw it, and so, you know, whatever. Whipping bombs is a really cool mechanic in this game. See? Like this. Thankfully here in Elden we have like everything we need to go through all of it pretty quickly. Din's power, probably not too important. I never marked harp on my tracker. That's me being slow. I can't tell what that item is. Is that a key piece? I think it's an extra wallet. Which, unfortunately, aren't actually required for this seed. Picking that up there with the beetle, like, saves a bit of movement. Oh, interesting. My tracker doesn't have extra wallets. I must not have actually taken that change. I should... Anyway. Kablooey. And kablama. Oh, there's the hook beetle. That's pretty nice. I guess. Din's power, not too important. Oh wait, actually that's really nice because that's a required item for this seed. I forgot what my dungeons were for a second there. That is hard required. Oh, we could do Earth Temple after this. Nice. Damn it, that didn't work. We actually can't finish it logically, but I could pull up strats for Bomb Flower Skull there, I guess. Worst case, we check the spoiler log for the bug net call. It's highly unlikely that we don't find the bug net, but... What? We're not hunting for anything anymore. What is this seed? I forgot to mark harp. There we go. Well, there's bug net, so my wallet is safe. I don't have to gift a sub. Dang, I did that wrong, slightly wrong. I mean, actually, we are a bomb away from oh, Emerald Tablet. We are a bomb and, Emerald Tablet from Go Mode, which is an insane occurrence. It's pretty rare. I picked the wrong text box. Thunder Dragon Song. That is the second part of Song of the Hero. I forgot to see up into that cutscene. Hook Beetle is interesting because it means that in what would normally be bomb protected in Lanayru, like if you were playing the vanilla game, could be could have bombs. There are quite a lot of places where you could just, like, freely substitute the Hook Beetle for Bomb Bag in a couple of places. Like in Lanayru Mines, for example. You could just, like, use the Hook Beetle in place of the Bomb Bag. Which is pretty cool. Some Elden Ore. What a nice gift. Fitting indeed. I guess technically, to logically clear Linear Mining Facility, we are also missing Gospellas. But if the boss key is not in a terrible location, us speedrunners can beat Moldarak without the Gospellas completely and skip that requirement. I can also probably clear Earth Temple without bombs, and given that we have gotten 0 key pieces so far, I think it's very unlikely that Earth Temple has anything of value. Ooh, a bottle. My pouch is full! Alright, I'm gonna try this trick once. The double claw shot tap was for good luck, of course. Okay, it didn't work. Well, yeah, but bomb bag could be in one of the 2 digging spots that I can reach. I will be doing an instance of reverse bit magic here anyway, so this isn't terrible. I have a copied file, so I don't actually have to worry about it. I can delay it for a while. We actually know that we will not ever complete the Earth Temple key piece in this seed because I skipped a key piece on the Lumpy Chandelier. I also didn't pick up that stamina fruit, which is a little annoying. Also, fun fact, your stamina refills slower when you're Z-targeting. Should be okay. Big stonks. True. We actually got to keep all of that money because we picked up the extra wallet. I really didn't need to pick it up. It's not necessary in these settings because all the cheap items require no wallet upgrades. Also, we have the claw shots here, which we could skip this little vine climbing section, which is pretty nice. Just like, bunk. See ya, have a nice day. Also, I got a pretty inconvenient health refill, considering I want to do back in time coming up here. And suddenly our wallet is full. Ooh, barely missing this cycle. Eh, not barely, but... that's nothing. A vanilla key piece. Alright, I have bombs. Honestly, I might come back here once I have bombs. And do the RBM after. Although, if I get all 4 key pieces, like the 4 key pieces that we know aren't the one on top of the Lumpy Pumpkin Chandelier, I could just go get that one. If we can manage to get 4 of them. Okay, Rando, I am not amused. This randomizer is known, and by known I mean hated, for putting heart pieces in all of the places where we would conveniently death warp. The gods of Skyward Sword have said you are not RBMing their temple open right now. So I will appease them and not do so. I missed that. Hello? Oh, where am I going now? Skyloft, I guess? I forgot that I could have picked up the crystal ball. That's an error on my part. Spirit para... okay. I have changed my mind. Actually, I am doing this now. So, let's get the letter. Good bonk. Big bonkers energy. That's the wrong sleep. I wanted to sleep until night. Fledge is not strong yet. We will not be giving him steroids yet. And by steroids, I of course mean stamina potion. Just your average ordinary drugs. Thank you for the heart piece, Colin. I sort of heart you too. Alright, so I've made a bit of an error in routing here. I failed to pick up the crystal ball from Eldon while we were there. So I'm going to go do that. Because that's actually kind of important that I have done, that I should have. It is kind of important that I had done that. Yes, I talked to him earlier. All of my startable scrap requests have been started. We just need to pick up the items, which requires bombs in the case of Dodo. Nice. Nice. There we go. Nice little drop down there to return the crystal ball to Spirit. Vanilla gratitude crystals, very interesting. Also, we now have 50 gratitude crystals. I forgot to track them. So let's go turn those in, I guess. That seems like a good move. Then we'll go pick up some mushroom spores to heal Oriel. And then get Pero, and then... I suppose I probably should have healed Oriel first, but... Ouch, Link just broke his ankles. I'm so sorry, Link. Excuse me, SGDQ Pug has broken his ankles. Another extra wallet. I can hold more money now. Thank you. Thank you, Betro. Thank you for giving me your gratitude. Also, now we can douse for gratitude crystals. Nice. What a good bonk. Oh wait, I need to actually go pick up... Oops. I don't have my bottle. I don't have my bottle. Oh, Beatrice! Darling! No, I didn't want the bug medal. Thank you, darling. Link, blink twice. If you want Beatrice to stop. Try this again. Take 2. Oh boy, the Fire Shield earrings. That gives us access to a Volcano Summit. Oh boy. This seed was looking like it was going to be pretty nice. But turns out it was just a mean seed. You know, I never considered the fact that I may have actually needed to start this quest. So I guess we have to bonk the chandelier down anyway. I've just come off of the tourney settings for this, randomizer, in which case the check that follows, like, breaking the chandelier down, where you have to, like, take the soup to Iagus and play the harp and carry pumpkins and stuff, to get to that check, is not a required check. It's a junk check. It's a minigame. Minigames are turned off in our tournament settings, for this tourney at least. So, I'm quite used to that, but... oh well. Not a big deal. We get the key piece. We have 2 key pieces now. We have 2 K-E-Y keys. We have successfully avoided the Paro trigger. And for him to give us more gratitude crystals. Yay! As you can see, I'm thrilled about that, because I just want my Emerald Tablet and or my Bomb Bag. Bomb Bag opens up an insane amount of things for us right now. Just for the record. Bombeg opens up the remaining parts of Lanayru, all of LMF, doing Earth Temple out of logic because of RBM, but yeah, kinda nuts. We don't have it yet. To the Thunder Aid! We're gonna go check Din's power and then catch some bugs in our second minigame of the night, of the eve, as I fly directly into a tornado at, like, normal speeds. I have no idea if it's actually bugged or not. I'll have to confirm that with Lepe tomorrow. Because I got the bug net, so it doesn't actually matter. We can check the spoiler log, actually, and see. Ah! Okay. Well, there's our Emerald Tablet. That opens up quite a few things for us. I probably will not go there quite yet. I'll probably do bugs just so that it's out of the way. And we don't have to worry about coming back here. And then go to Lanayru and do the rest of mines so that that one check that is like a way earlier sphere in mines that we haven't done yet is not hanging over my head. I'll be taking 10 rupees from you. Thanks, Stritch. What a guy. But this is a cat jam, so. Also, in the 100% category, we do this minigame with the big bug net, which makes this minigame a bajillion times easier. What? It literally phased through the cicada. Also, this is like a pre-made route, because the bugs are always in the same place in this minigame. The hornets followed me. Oh, it's this one. Gotcha. That's not the way I want to go. That's the other route that I don't do because I don't know it. That's an extra Elden roller. I don't need you. Just stop. Where's the backup stairs? Okay, I know it's like right here. There we go. Come back. Come back here! There we go. Gee, thanks. Pleasure doing business with you, Stritch. I lied, we can't check the spoiler log because that was a non-progress location, so. Yeah, let's get these linear checks out of the way so they stop hanging over my head. And then we'll get to go jam in Farron with Ballad of the Goddess. Check. Dink, 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 dink. So there's one check here in Mines that I could have gotten a while ago, and that check has been hanging over my head. So that's why I've elected to come here now instead of going to Farron first. I can't believe that actually hit. That was a bad shot. Also, a lot of like little cutscenes have been removed in Rando. You guys have probably noticed them watching it by now, but makes the Rando flow a lot more. It's like the Rupors call out to me. I have a sixth sense for where the Rupors are. Go like this and toss the bomb in. Oops. Missed my jump slash. Good job. Oh, right. Forgot to do this one. Get off of me. And don't kill me in the process, please. Oops. You can use Hook Beetle here to skip this, bombs here by just bombing this one statue. You can also bomb two, but I can break slide, so I'm only gonna bomb the one. Dang. That cutscene plays even if you're in the air? That's so bizarre. That's, like, very uncharacteristic of cutscenes in this game in general. We take that. Okay, that's our third key piece. Maybe we will just find natural way into the... Can't wait for, like, vanilla bomb bag or something in Earth Temple. Ew, that was a bad break slide. Also, I just fought those off while in Sing Sand. That's very cool. I love some of the sound effects in this game. Whoops. That. I could have unbuffered that. Dang. Yeah, I was just poor stamina management there. Really? Normally I would leave a bomb there and just like go faster, but it doesn't really matter. Get out of my face. Alright, so we're gonna go do the Stone of Trials! Completely useless in this sea because Skykeep is irrelevant. But I'll mark it on my tracker anyway. Oh my god, it clipped the rupee and blew up. Dang it. Dang. What a shot. Work. I'll get the shortcut chest in case it's bombs. It's been bombs before. It'll be bombs again, and I will regret it if it's not bombs, or if it is bombs. Alright, well, that's the fourth key piece. If we get logical access to Earth Temple off this, I will go to Earth Temple. There's one lone... This is like one of the hardest things to route in the Lanayru region. This here, fire node. Simply by virtue of the sheer amount of requirements that it can require. You need bombs in order to open the Time Shift Stone, which opens 2 more chests. You need, and then you need Hook Beetle to reach the end of the node and get these last 2 checks. This brake slide is not looking too good yet. And reach the last 2 chests. But Hook Beetle actually only opens a grand total of 3 checks in Lanayru. But we need to, like, do all the nodes anyway because we have to do LMF, and LMF does not start raised. This is fine, because I'm just going to Death Orb after this. Brilliant. Perfectly planned and executed. Exactly as intended, no flaws whatsoever. Ten out of 10, big Phi-head energy. Alright, 2 Farron, I guess. I could theoretically complete Earth Temple completely out of logic without bombs. However, I am not confident in Bombless Caldera because I have not practiced it in a very long time. And by bombless, I mean bomb flower. And that risks soft blocking, so I would never do it in a marathon anyway. So, yeah, HP there would have been really funny. Boink. We're down to 9 checks remaining. Yeah, Volcano Summit is open. Farron is just significantly more dense. We get 6 pretty quick checks here in Farron. Get your gruises in chat. Everybody's known to be holding good some days, so let's hope that today is one of them. We do actually have to complete this check regardless of if it's required or not, because this raises the gate of time. Ah! That's a very good get right there, because that lets us do a bunch of stuff in Farron. Impa has the goods. Impa always stacked. Shoutouts to Impa being stacked. Oh, cool. I got a glitch called Stamina Glitch right there, where if you, frame perfectly roll out of a cutscene where, or something like after having run out of stamina, like a loading zone, or what have you, your stamina meter stays as, like, with the coloration that it, is depleted, and you can't, it doesn't actually do anything, but... I have not done any dungeons yet. Mostly because I don't have Bomb Bag, and can't do any of my dungeons. As a result. Logically. I can't even access LMAF, but... I am being informed that it is 2 frames for Stamina Glitch. I mean, I can do Earth Temple out of logic, yes, but I'm not about to at the moment, because I don't want to do Earth Temple without bombs. Especially if I'm not confident in Bomb Flower Scaldera. There's no shot that in a marathon run I'd go for Bomb Flower Scaldera. In rando. If it was like an 80% run, yeah, you go for Bomb Flower Scaldera, but... You say that, but I have not done it ever, so... I would rather not softlock it in a marathon run. Although I don't know if you can actually softlock it with Master Sword. Can't wait for bombs on Kikwi Elder. That's like... Zelda X. I mean, to be fair, the I and the O are right next to each other on the keyboard. But... Bro. Marathon, my fault, SMH. Yes! That's a 1-frame motion input with no visual or audio cue right there. Also, this cutscene's about to be very broken. It's a meme run that it's a meme trick that you go for in, like, everything where you can do it. Basically, you have to hit the tree, like, on the exact frame that the cutscene starts. If I understand it correctly. It's a frame-perfect motion input, and that's all you really need to know about it. It doesn't actually save time, I don't think. Actually, it might save, like, 5 seconds or something like that. And like, missing it loses more time than that, but it looks really cool when you get it. We're gonna get to see the panning cutscene of some mysterious ankles. I'm gonna go for a trick that I don't get frequently. And I'm gonna go for a version of it that I've never gotten before. Called Extending Blow. Oh wait, I can't even get it anyway because I have Master Sword. So never mind, I take it all back. If you have Goddess Sword there, you can go for a trick called Extending Blow, which takes you directly to the chest. But if you have any sword upgrade, you just one-shot the Bokoblin, so you can't actually do Extending Blow. Also, I get one shot on that one with Master Sword, so it's a good thing I got that. No walk of shame for me. Ooh, a potentially required trial. Alright, so trials are long, and I try to avoid them at all costs. But I will not put that one off that long, because it could be bomb bag. Also, there's stamina glitch again. Go for the crawl space, of course. I don't think I ever talked about movement in this. Movement in Randomizer is basically exactly the same as it is in the vanilla game, except we have a lot less little cutscenes that refill your stamina. But the general gist of it is rolling saves, on average, 1 frame over sprinting the same distance. So being able to sprint as much as possible is, you know, helpful. But unfortunately, we can't always sprint because we have a stamina wheel. But the last quarter of our stamina wheel actually depletes at half of the rate of the rest of the stamina wheel. So it's actually optimal to use up your entire stamina meter. No, it is not optimal to bonk on the kick wheel while moving, but it is optimal to use all of your stamina down to like the last sliver just before it starts to like you run out, and then nice, and then let it refill to. I never got Great Tree. Yuck. Oh, I totally just skipped a bunch of checks. I just realized. And by a bunch, I mean 2. But that was like a Rupor. That is a Rupor. Really? Nice. I can't believe that slingshot shot didn't stun. Ah, there's the Gust Bellows. In a chest that in vanilla you would need the Gust Bellows to reach. Very good. Alright, so now I'm gonna run over towards the Lake Floria door. But for anyone who has played the vanilla game, you're going to notice that I haven't gone over and gone up to the tree and talked to the Kikwi Hermit, whose name is Yerbal. Yerbal. And that's because I will not be talking to him, and I will not be entering Lake Floria in the normal, quote-unquote, fashion. Instead, I'm just gonna jump on top of this bench. Just like that. And then with a nice little jump there, I can just get out of bounds. And then I can run around out of bounds up here. In order to enter Lake Floria backwards, at Floria Waterfall. I will not need that statue ever. And now that we hit, this can be used to get this one chest here out of logic, but it can also be used to just get here faster and get the checks backwards, which is significantly faster than going through Floria normally. A silver rupee. Very nice. Completely worthless right now, but very nice. These swimming controls can sometimes be a little finicky. Come on, there we go. Okay, that is the True Master Sword. Very nice. That is completely unnecessary to actually beat the game, but it is very nice. Nice and shiny. Yes, we have cleared Beetle. Only cheap purchases are on right now. I almost got stuck and drowned. The best thing Beetle had was 5 gratitude crystals, which were not required. Nothing else was required. Good bonk. And there's actually our first of 4 adventure pouch upgrades that exist in the world. And just like that, we have cleared almost all of Farron Woods. There are 2 bombable rocks left that we haven't seen, but... Alright, we're gonna return to the Lumpy Pumpkin now and do some mini-games. Because we are slowly running out of checks here. Logan Daily, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Welcome to this SGDQ submission video. Or what will hopefully be my SGDQ submission video. Or one of mine, I should say. So we will... Wait. You don't do the pumpkin minigame at night. I skipped a step here. I am supposed to be during the day going outside to speak to Kina. You know, I always wondered why Kina makes us carry 5 pumpkins at a time. Like, why can't we just carry, like, 1 at a time and make 5 trips? Yes, I get that it's, like, you know, not as cool of a minigame, but... You see, that would break the pumpkins, which is not what we're trying to do. Just roll them down the hill very gently. Very slow text. Now we go inside. Alright, we get to cat jam again. Yeah, almost done is hard to sell with Randomizer. If I get bombs, I am basically done, but... In fact, if I get bombs, I am done. That wasn't just amazing, you blew my socks off! I didn't think you had it in ya! I did all that for 20 rupees! I really think the Kina Crystals quest should be unattached from this, quest line, but that's something that has been being talked about in the Randomizer community, so. Where else do I have checks? The 2 checks in Sensi. Cleaning crystals, shed, baby rattle? Okay. Right. So I'm just starting that quest. I don't plan to do it quite yet. We're gonna go to Skyloft right now. Yeah, I have 2 checks in Sensi, 1 check in Summit, 3 on Skyloft, and the Sky check. Oh, and the Nader trial. That's not where I wanted to land. I want to... oh, well. Like, this is not even close to where I actually want to land. My brain just kind of shut off there for a second. Also, we've been on 4 key pieces for, like, ever. Nice. I did not want to roll there. That's all 3 extra wallets found before we find a single regular wallet. That means that all of the wallets are still out there in the progression. Oh, no! Wallets can be on the trials now. I forgot about that. So yeah, wallets can be on trials because they are progression items because shops are randomized. Or they can be randomized. Great. Nice belly flop, Link. That's the thing you wonder about. Anyway. You know, I intended to douse for that a while back and didn't. Is that everything? Yeah. Because I could have done this and found out that those were gratitude crystals and just skipped all of that. Pipe from the lake to the island. I thought there was one more check I could get here. Baby rattle? Cleaning crystals. Yes, that's the thing I'm forgetting. The irony of the fact that I just cleaned off some crystals and I'm going to complete the cleaning crystals side quest. I am not in go mode. Look again at the tracker. I am missing one very critical item. Technically, I'm also missing a key piece, but that's kind of whatever. Damn you, Malara. Sansi or Volcano Summit? I'm gonna go to Sansi first in case Sansi, like, yields, like, magma mitts or something. Also, because we can get another minigame in, which is Pog. Alright, so the Linearu Trio can have one of 4 bottles. It cannot have gratitude crystals. We have found all of them now. It can have a piece of Song of the Hero. It can have the last piece of Song of the Hero. It can have one of 4 bottles. It can have 1 piece of Song of the Hero. It can have 1 Collins letter. It can have one of the 4 progressive wallets that are still out floating around out there. Right, there are 4. Yeah, there are 4. 4 progressive wallets, 4 bottles, letter, bombs, or the last piece of Song of the Hero. I don't like my odds on that. A 1 in like 11, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 1 in 11. Less than 10% chance that that has exactly the item I'm looking for. Granted, it could have, you know, the last piece of Song of the Hero, in which case Song of the Hero is a 10% chance. If it's progress. Except I've already been to Skippers once. Oh, there's also a sword in Skippers. And this seed. But that might have been because my Farron tablet was on the Elden tablet. And by the Elden tablet, I mean Din's power. Which are 2 very different things. Yes, I know. I have no arrows. Whoa, that was a little close. Really? No toes, no toes. Stabby, stabby. Can't wait for bombs to not be here. Skipper's Retreat. Apparently there's like a jump you can do here that I don't know about, and I'm gonna learn it real quick. Ah, yes, the second small key chest in Fire Sanctuary. I guess we're going like this. It's a recommendation, not a requirement. I did, you're not wrong. No, I haven't even opened it yet. I don't have logical access to it, so it can't have bombs yet. We can just stun lock Moldy here, which is nice. As I screw up the stun lock, but that's just fine. No, it dropped the stab input. Dang. Anyway, minecart minigame is fun. The fact that we have to do this is kind of stupid, but I mean, you have to do it in vanilla, so it's whatever. Ah, very nice. The spy text wasn't removed. Hey, that is my seat. How about a little fun? Right, left. This is a text option that is ingrained in my brain because I picked it wrong once. Picked it wrong one time in a hundo run and lost like a minute and a half to it because of text. Oh yeah, also I kind of just glossed over instant text in this game. The randomizer, the base game actually supports instant text, it's just not used. Okay. Yeah, you guys saw me lean completely left. Or right, and then the cart go left. No! I picked the wrong one again. On its second attempt, it's right, left, left. That's ingrained in my brain now. You want to see where I can rotate? We zoom in now. Alright, we should be okay to beat this. We have to be like a 110 if I remember correctly. That's fine. Despite the fact that I kind of scuffed it at the end. Well, you get speed boosts from hitting the curves, so. Oh, that's go mode. And we never found the last key piece. Somehow. The last key piece is still somewhere out there. I don't know where it is. I have zero clue where it could be. It's just kinda out there somewhere. This seed will not sub 3, for the record. Granted, this is not the settings that we usually are on for tourneys, so comparing it to that is a little disingenuous, but... Basically, I'm gonna scour LMF until I get, until I get boss key. If I get the key on the way, yay. This seed is so funny. Beef, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Glad you're enjoying. Welcome on in. Right, I don't actually need this bomb refill. Die. We basically got tracker bingo on this. Oh wait, no, we don't have full Song of the Hero or Colin's Letter, so no tracker bingo for us. Now time for the best part of the entire game, using the hook beetle. The hook beetle is really cool, actually. Like, unironically, I really enjoy the idea of the hook beetle. It's just so slow. It pains me as a speedrunner that it exists. The beetle in general, not just the hook beetle. You weren't supposed to do that. Apparently hitting that time chip stone is impossible. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me break slide, because we're going to do it again. No, we're not. Wait, no, I need this bow. I need to conserve that for the end of LMF. Time chip zones are literally impossible to hit. Change my mind. You weren't supposed to do that still. I wonder what's in the trial. I wonder if it's a key piece or a wallet. If it's the key piece or the wallet or a wallet. Oh, right, I have to check right chest for you. It is one of the 4 remaining bottles. You know what? What? I ran out of stamina. But, Kel, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the tribe. Your spidey sense was correct-ish, because, you know, there was an item in there. But welcome on in. Thank you so much for the tier 1. Oh my god. I am mismanaging my stamina like there's no tomorrow. I don't even want to go over there. I don't know why Thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub. My god, thank you so much. Plainswater, welcome on in. Enjoy your emotes and your new practice sword sub badge. I didn't screw up this node like I screwed up the other one, which is pretty good. Now die. Please don't nuke me. You were right to a degree. It's so true. Just not the progression item you thought it was, nor one that we really needed, but it was the progression item we needed, but not the one we deserved or something. There's a joke to be made there. Just stab the node. Very nice. That's not the bomb bag. Please pull out a bomb. Thank you, Link. Wait, I'm doing this the wrong way. This is sketchy as heck. No, just drown. I mean, the game is 30 FPS. Really? In your preview it feels choppy? Your preview should be native frame rate. Actually, I don't know. That's a good point. I don't actually know. Whoa, the game just lagged hugely there. Big lag spike. You know, I always found it really interesting that these things just work no matter what sword you have. And they don't, like, glitch out or break or crash like everything else in this game. Which is really quite interesting. Oh, yeah, maybe it does. That's a good point. And now we enter our first dungeon. 2 hours and 45 minutes into the scene. I get to do a cool trick here because I have whip that saves about 40 seconds in this room. Where you just whip the switch. It's a really cool trick. We do it in Hundo, and it saves 40 seconds. Somehow. I didn't know it saved that much until someone told me in Hundo. Because it skips a whole sequence of having to use the hook beetle, which is slow. Basically, any time save in this dungeon that replaces the hook beetle comes down to hook beetle slow. Well, we're just looking for Boss Key to be in this chest. If Boss Key's in this chest, this is a blisteringly fast LMF. If it's not going to be the key piece, the small key or a key piece would be really nice. But it is the singular Dusk Relic. There are a handful of singular items in this, but the most important singular item is the tumbleweed. We call it the validation tumbleweed. Much like the validation arrow that I am told exists in A Link to the Past rando. The small key in this dungeon can be anywhere, and if it's late, it can be catastrophic. If the boss key is early, or is in the East Wing in this dungeon, a late small key is actually catastrophic. Because it is so difficult to get back with the way that I'm going to do this dungeon, that it almost becomes better to just leave and re-enter the dungeon. Like, just hands down. We could also do an instance of reverse bit magic to sort of get back, but that's just a little... Like, I think the word that we've used to describe it in the community is clunky. Or the word that I would use to describe it. I don't know if anyone's actually used that term to describe it. Bro, get out of here. I'm a genius. I'm just so good at the video game that I had to give it a handicap. Also, that's one too many rolls. You're not supposed to roll that many. Get off me. Pig brain. Oh my god. I hate that roll past nostalgia from that angle because he just like kind of pushes you off sometimes. Like, yeah, bye-bye. So long. Sucks to be you. Got voided, sucker. Also, the entire time Gemstone is now exposed despite the fact that I literally blew it for like half a second. He started the get-up animation. I've been struggling with this break slide lately. I really don't know why. Bro. Link, just climb the thing. It's not hard. I cannot find ESS on this nunchuck. I cannot find, like, my good ESS position on... There it is. I forgot to get a stamina refill. Oh, it was just an error. That's not the direction my camera was facing, but sure. That works, I guess. So, right now, the two items that we really want, well, okay. The three things that we don't mind showing up at this point are the Earth Temple key piece. Basically, if a check is not going to be the small key or the boss key, it needs to be the Earth Temple key piece. The Earth Temple key piece showing up probably, like, saves, like, a minute. Over. Frick. I hate this game. I'm gonna get bodied. Get out of here. What? He clipped through the floor? You know what? I never liked you anyways, Centro. And this is why LMF is my second least favorite dungeon in the speedruns of this game. Led pretty shortly by Earth Temple, so, Earth Temple, LMF, what a dungeon combo. I actually don't hate Earth Temple in Rando, actually. Nearly as much as I do in vanilla speedruns. In vanilla speedruns, Earth Temple is super trash. It just is. It is. I hate you, 5. I don't understand why the game just is like, yeah, you're trying to call Fi, right? When you're trying to recenter your pointer sometimes. Oh. I mean, because left and right are hard to reach. They need Fi to be accessible. Okay, small key there is not terrible. That's actually probably one of the better spots for small key other than the first chest. That bonk is just for good luck. No glow, Sag. Screw you in particular. I need a bomb refill desperately. Do I use my arrow here? I use it at the end of the dungeon. Huh? What? I wasn't the only one who saw that, right? That was just weird. Cool. These belts can be a little unpredictable from time to time, can't they? Wherever will boss key be? I almost did that. That would have been sick if that had actually worked. I should have saved in the first room, or like in the main room. Oh no, I actually want to leave the dungeon, or this way normally. I don't want to death warp like you would normally in this, in Rando. Come on, Earth Temple Key Peas. Or, you know, Boss Key. That'd be great too. Excellent! Totally radical. Now I should, you know, get out of this room. How? I don't know how that happened. Oh boy. Guess we're death warping. I did not intend to bonk that. That's genius. In crawl spaces, it's fastest to just deplete your entire stamina when you're crawling, because you crawl at the same rate whether you're not sprinting. However you would sprint while crawling, I don't really understand that, or versus when you move without stamina. Yes, no stamina is the same as sprinting. Did I say? I don't know what I said, but what? The speed that you move is the same speed as when you are not sprinting. So, the speed that you, like, normally move at through the crawl space is the same, whether or not you have stamina left. So if you deplete your stamina when you're walking, normally you move slower. Not in crawl spaces, though. Oh, right, I have the whip out. That's why I couldn't stab. Bum. I have to be very careful not to die here. Because if I die, I have to redo the hold on in. Alright, so there are 6 hits left. Shit. Seriously? It untargeted him. Thank God that fight is over. That fight went terrible. Went terribly. This will be a. This could be a sub 330, I should say. I don't know why I'm trying to pick this up. Oh, hey, look, another adventure pouch slot. And that is why I saved that arrow. Because otherwise we would have to have flown the beetle very slowly. Also, for reference, this is how fast the beetle moves. Imagine how slow it is when we go up and it gets slower. Our last bomba. A heart piece! Thank you, game. I needed that, actually. I needed the health. Also, cool cutscene time, Pog. Well, we're skipping it. Game. I am pressing up left on the stick. please let me, you know, select the option that is up left and not down left. Thank you. Have a nice day. Alright, to the Earth Temple. Alright, so now it is time for our first instance of Back in Time in the run. For anyone who's not familiar with the vanilla game, Back in Time is a glitch that we activate by a death. So I'm actually going to damage down here and resave, because I actually want to be on lower health when we get into Earth Temple here. And there's a lot of things that we can do with Back in Time, because we can basically just do memory manipulation. I'm gonna bomb and die into the lava because the animation is like several seconds faster than Link's animation on ground. And then I am going to continue and reset my console. I did it with the Wii menu there just to show it off. I can do it with my console, which is over here. Ignore the fact that I'm behind my tracker. Don't think too hard about it. And that allows us to, you know, fall into the title screen. And we have control of Link on the title screen here. We also have control of our files, which is really what matters. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to make what's called a corrupt file by deleting a file and then saving it during Back in Time. And basically that creates a file where everything is 0. Including Link's health. That's not really that important for this. This is fun. And then we're going to come over to this side of Skyloft, and we're going to sleep in a bed. Because we need it to be nighttime. So what we are going to be doing here is a trick called Reverse Bit Magic, where we are going to cause a flag to be set in Back in Time, but actually apply that flag to our file instead of the actual, like, Back in Time. Also, raid, thank you, Baba Kanoosh 5555 for the raid, thank you, man. Welcome people from your, thank you for the well wishes, if I could do that. So, as you saw during the fade out, the cutscene of the shed opening has started. And that flag corresponds to having the Earth Temple door open. So we just kind of are in the Earth Temple now. That's muscle memory. That doesn't actually do anything in Rando, because I need to check this chest, but... J-Man, thank you for the raid as well. Keith, I hope the tournament went well. Was it as big of a hit as it was last time? We do this. Welcome to all of the new raiders. Welcome to SGDQ submissions. Another bottle. Very nice. Can I make this cycle? No. And I'm dead. 8 players. Nice even bracket. Fun matches. Good. Glad to hear it. Actually, now I can do this. I totally missed that it was today, but if I hadn't had to do commentary earlier today and this, I totally would have participated. Alright, so now we will make the cycle. How many hours do I think I have? Too many. Several hundred, probably. Wow, I cannot do rolls today, apparently. Normally you would roll off the stairs so that you're in the air when that cutscene starts, which would, I just boiled that Lizalfos, jeez. Several hundred seems generous on the low end. I actually don't have that many hours. I actually think several hundred is a generous estimate, like a generous overestimate. In Hundo, I probably have closing in on 100 hours. If we look at my live split later. We can do that after stream. This is fun. I need to pick up bombs somewhere. I can pick up bombs in... Alright, so I'm going to be doing Back in Time again here. We're going to be doing a different instance of Reverse Bit Magic this time. And we won't see the effects of this one right away. And I'm going to be activating Bit via the hardware reset button on my console. Software reset. Hardware on my console. Words. And this time we will be going towards the academy. Because the flag we want is inside of the academy. So I didn't really talk about what that corrupt file is important for. There are a lot of things that crash back in time. A lot. And one of the easiest ways to prevent them is to just load the correct layers. Specifically, the layer of Night Skyloft that loads when you do not have the tunic does not crash. Also, the same thing with the Academy. So this corrupt file does enter the Academy. Also, this corrupt file loads the correct version of the Academy, where we get the right text and all the characters are in the right place. Also, there's our required dungeons in case we forgot them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I started that and cleared the last text box at the same time, which means that the flag will set in the fade out, and we will see what that flag does in momento here. First, we're going to go get another chest. So something important to note about Reverse Bit Magic, or RBMs, for short, is that they, not every time that you do an RBM does it just immediately take effect like the Earth Temple door RBM we did before, where that loading zone just suddenly becomes active, and we just, you know, get pulled into the Earth Temple through the door. You have to do something that's called a commit, which is basically putting, like, confirming with the game that it has happened. Nice Rupor. That works. I got clipped by that Bokoblin. That was interesting. This is a Death Warp. I am not activating Back in Time again. We need to Death Warp to reload the area, and you'll see that the bridge pegs are raised. And that is what that RBM was for. It is the RBM of those pegs being pushed, basically. If I recall correctly, it's specifically the flag for the cutscene being active or something like that, because there are 2 flags for it, one for each peg, depending on which one you hit last. It's a little weird, but don't think about it too hard. I'm gonna pick up some bombs here, real quick. I got clipped by the keys at the last second. Not that it matters. I mean, I want to be on low health because I kind of want to Death Warp after this, but... I have nothing to do intro skip with, do I? I could have dug up the convenient seeds that normal mode uses, but... Do I have... So we get to watch this cutscene. We don't get to see this cutscene very often. I'm just out of seeds and arrows, so I can't do anything with it about it. And the claw shots obviously don't reach, but... The slingshot was the first item I got 64, and I had to go into Beetle Shop like 6 times early. There we go. There's the boss key. Brilliant. Also, I now have to get this check, but... Ah, there's the magma mitts. That's funny. So we know that the last key piece can't be there, like in the magma mitts locked spot in Volcano Summit. Alright, so, one other side effect of the RBM is that this cutscene is active, so we will get that cutscene. But now it is time for, everyone's favorite speed boss, the Meatball. Also known as Scaldera. Also known as the Run Killer, or some other much less friendly names, depending on who you ask. Then I'm also doing a trick here called stutter sprinting, which is basically just rhythmically tapping the A button, because it lets you get up that slope just without consuming all your stamina, which lets you skip opening that crawl space. The spiciest of meatballs. That's our longest segment of rolling in the entire game. Nice bloopy. I wonder if that saves time. I doubt it. After the cutscene, you probably spawn in the same position. It looked kind of cool, though, because the camera was a little wonky. Alright, so this will be not sub 330. I don't think. But that's fine because my estimate is like, my planned estimate is like 4 hours. I know, like, 4 hours is the same estimate that we had for the tourney, but we've improved a lot since the tourney, and we could probably cut the tourney estimate to like a 330 or a 345 on tourney settings. And this really doesn't, these settings don't really do much to increase the time. So. Especially once we fix some of the logic in Shop Sanity in future builds. Yeah, that race was something, but yeah. Garham is mad, even though we've never met him. Oh well. Don't really care, not gonna lie. I really need to learn the bicycle strats for True Master Sword, Scaldy. Well, it's like this should be a bicycle. Free bicycle, but Normally we go for a tricycle in Skyward, but, you know, True Master does a ton of damage, so. I think there's a way to prevent him from doing the climbing stage, but I don't actually know all the various sword strats. We have strats written out for every single sword in this game for this fight, because this fight is actually like one of the most predictable fights, because it's it's scripted based on Skyward's HP left, and there are like caps and stuff. That's true. Unless you're playing on normal mode, in which case this fight is just throw all of your damage at Skyward as rapidly as possible. I should be holding 2, not A. That's not how skipping cutscenes works in this game. Ah, yes, an evil crystal. I do seriously wonder where the last key piece is. It could be in Lanayru or Volcano Summit. If you hold Z there during that save prompt, you save a couple seconds. You save a couple second animation of Link walking out of the temple. And I remembered to actually do it. I will check the spoiler log after. I always check spoiler log after when I can. Alright, so now we are headed into the end game here. Like I said at the beginning of this video, the end game for these settings is going to be Horde, Girahim 3, and the Demise fights. We do not have to do Imprison 2, although that is an option. I have elected to turn off the Imprisoned fight because this is not a race. We generally leave Imprisoned on in most race formats because it is a very skill-heavy fight that can has been the make or break moment for runners. Okay, I got that sentence out. It was really bad, but I'll charge up the Skyward Strike, and that is the Imprisoned fight, just finishing itself. That little pause there is the Imprisoned fight starting and ending. And then, as is tradition in the SSR community, we will check the True Master Sword. It literally cannot be anything, because we have just about everything. I guess it could be a Song of the Hero piece. Can't be a sword. It could be a heart container. It could be a heart piece. That's pretty close to a heart container. Except we don't actually get to use it. I'm just gonna heal. I didn't pick up a fairy or anything. I don't think I need to. We have True Master Sword in 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 hearts. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 hearts. So we have 5 hits plus True Master Sword. Assuming I get Horde Skip, this should be a breeze. Famous last words, of course. That was a little bit sketchy, but we got through it just fine. And now for the easy part of this. We're just wailing away at these bokoblins. Oh, also we have a heart medal. Nice freeze frame on that bokoblin being launched. Also, that's a lot of hearts. Yeah, that's true. Oh, that was a little sketchy. So by carefully positioning yourself into that cutscene, you can cause the moblins to spawn in such a way that you can run up their shield in a somewhat precise way and get over that barrier, and that is called Horde Skip. So called because it skips one barrier in the Horde fight. Nice arrow. Here we go. Also tradition, we sing him a song. Seed was kind of junky. Not gonna lie. We'll talk about it afterwards, though. Also, I just totally wasted time to that. Alright, that is phase 1 of Gear Him Down. Also, that was a super clean horde. I didn't comment on it at all, but, like, I took, like, 2 hits in that entire horde. Which is really nice. Although I have to do a cool strat here. At least I would if I didn't do that. Oh my god, my nunchuck keeps shield bashing. Okay, this is a disaster. What the heck? I'm literally holding my nunchuck still and getting shield bashes. Trying to do alt strats. And I didn't go far enough back. Okay, well, if you do that correctly, you can just stun lock him. You wretched brats. I am a wretched brat, apparently, because I am beating him up. Also, for some reason that didn't aggro him when I... I don't know what is happening with my motion controls. Okay, well, missing that spin attack there is pretty common in this fight. I tried to bait him. I don't know how to read or see, apparently. I just keep getting, like, extra inputs. Jeez. Alright, that is imprisoned. Oh my god. That is Gear Him 3 done. I can't speak either, apparently. Alright, let us fight Demise. Also, thank you for the guide to raid, Gerald. We will raid him. This demise fight is very scripted if I do it correctly. And that is a clean birth phase. He should be finishing up Link to the Past. Very nice. Frick. I don't know why I tried to shield bash the lightning. As soon as that fight goes off script, it just goes very, very poorly. I really need to relearn, and by relearn I mean originally learn, Blindfolded Demise, because, like, I know how to do the fight, and I can do the fight correctly. And when you do it correctly, it is scripted. And the audio cues for it are very good, and it is always a classic incentive for GDQ. So I need to be able to do it for GDQ and carry on the legacy. Okay, that should have been like a 330x, but like a 330, but that's fine. Plenty of leeway in what I plan to have my estimate at 4, but I might bump the estimate based on some more experimentation with this in the upcoming days. But yeah, thank you GDQ for the opportunity to submit this. And I look forward to potentially being able to run this in the marathon.